Hey everybody, this is Manali and today I'm going to be reviewing Avengers Age of Ultron, completely non-spoilery, I promise. By the way, check out my cool Iron Man t-shirt, it's so awesome! I love it. It's the best Iron Man t-shirt in the Seven Kingdoms. If you're wondering whether you should watch this movie, yes, you should absolutely watch this movie. Not just because it's a very good movie, but also because Marvel has completely changed the entire game plan of their future with this one movie, I believe. So yes, if you want to follow up on Marvel, you should absolutely watch this movie. The second thing I want to say is that I did not go with my best friends to watch this movie. I went with someone else, and I like to talk between movies and make funny comments, but I could not do that because I did not want to ruin their movie. My friends are used to it, but these people are not. And obviously I was very frustrated. I just sat there thinking of funny things in my head and laughing by myself. First up, let's begin with the bad points of the movie. If you have watched the trailer, the second one, you will know that there's a romance thing going on between the Black Widow and the Hulk, which was completely unnecessary. The Black Widow and the Hulk are standalone characters who are amazing by themselves, and they did not need to be forced into this romance which had no effect whatsoever on the story and will have no effect in the future. The second thing that I want to say, and this is with respect to all sci-fi movies, the technology is so unbelievable, it's so questionable, something that will never be true. And as my friend once said, when you're watching sci-fi movies, don't question their technology, you will fail and you will die. And that's exactly what I did. But the technology was pretty inaccurate. They can't fix that, but I think that's a negative point of sci-fi movies. Third thing, and I'm just going to say it, everybody's thinking it, so I'm going to say it, lack of female characters. I think there were 4 female characters in the entire movie. 4 important female characters in the entire movie. Why? I want more female characters, please. I am a badass woman watching a badass movie, and I need badass woman characters in that badass movie. Is that too much to ask? Toads to Marvel, there are a lot of characters in this movie, literally a lot, and all of them got good equal timing except one character, but that's okay because that character has more movies coming up in the future. But that particular character, I believe, needed more screen time. He just vanished in the middle. If you want to know which character that is, please tweet to me on this Twitter account and we will discuss. I spotted one mistake in the movie. I'm willing to let it slide because this movie was good, but I spotted one mistake. If you want to know what that mistake is, again, you can tweet out to me on this Twitter account. And if you watch the movie and you realize that mistake, again, you can tweet out to me on this Twitter account. I miss Pepper Potts. In every Marvel movie, whenever there's Iron Man, there needs to be Pepper. She is so amazing. Why is she not in more movies? I missed her. Now let's come to the good points of the movie because there are so many. First thing that I noticed that was good about this movie is the humor. I know it's supposed to be a very serious movie, the world is ending, stuff like that, but the humor was on point. There were so many instances, the entire movie hall was laughing so loudly and it was amazing. The humor was very nice and I liked it. Also, it was nice to see that Marvel finally realized there are other countries in the world other than United States of America and other cities other than New York City, and when they meant world is ending, they actually meant the world is ending. They moved on to other geographical places and I like that. That was what was accurate about this movie. If this situation were to happen, Marvel showed it very effectively, very correctly. And in this movie, always when you're watching Marvel movies, you're like, yeah, they're going to win in the end. Yeah, but in this movie, you were not sure. I was literally so close to emotion in this movie. I like that. I know I said before that I missed Pepper Potts and that I needed more female characters in the movie, but I am very glad that there was no Jane in this movie. No one cares about Thor and Jane, okay? No one, not even Thor and Jane themselves. So I'm very glad that they just cut that out. I have nothing against Natalie Portman. I love her. But that romance was unnecessary, like I've said before. And I'm glad that it's been cut out. There was also a scene where we get to explore the past of all the Avengers from their own point of view, and it was so good, especially the Black Widow, because that woman needs a standalone movie by herself. We know so little about her, but I think in this movie we really started to scratch the surface of Black Widow, and I like that. James Spader as Ultron was amazing. Your voice wishes it was as cool as James Spader's voice. Your voice wishes it could have sex with James Spader's voice as Ultron, but it cannot. It can never be that awesome. James Spader completely changed the entire game plan of Ultron, and oh my god, his voice was awesome. It was perfect. I did not know it was James Spader. I was sitting in the movie hall and I just loved Ultron's voice. It blew my mind, and I'm sitting there googling who voiced Ultron. I was so desperate. His voice was just on point. Best person to voice Ultron, and they chose him. The Black Widow and the Hulk's romance may have been completely unnecessary to the story, but it was sweet and nice, and I shipped them. Usually it happens if one person is completely codependent on the other person, especially in superhero movies. It's the woman who's codependent on the man, but it was not like that. They both needed each other, and that's so sweet, so sweet. To be fair to the writers and the directors, even though there were only 4 female characters, they were kick-ass. Completely awesome female characters. I loved the Black Widow and the 3 other female characters whose name I will not tell you for spoiler reasons, but as a feminist, I was so satisfied, seriously. Lastly, for those of you who have not watched the movie, there is a very important mid-credits scene in the movie, so do not get up until the credits are over, at least the mid-credits. And those of you who have watched the movie, you can discuss the mid-credits scene here on this Twitter account with me anytime you want. That's it for today. Bye.